following broadcast may contain adult language and childish behavior. Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. Ass bags. It's Friday night, and once again, it's time for the Budda Show. Our guest tonight, one of the original founding members of the Cuffs Gaming crew, Twitch streamer, and the chillest mofo we know, our good friend, Proney. Featuring Literary Bell at the news desk, resident wise guy and rant commentator Tom Fasulo, Buddarocks, that's me, at Master Control. And now, live from the Budda Nation studio in Los Santos, the only YouTube talk show that makes your giggle parts jiggle, it's the Budda Show. What is going on? Going on there, Mr. Tom? Miss Bell?
Hey, bitches.
And of course, the man of the hour, Proney. What's going on, sir?
What's up?
Joining us in the team speak there. Ooh, my mouse got away from me. You guys realize that we're like 4 shows away, including this one. Well, after this one, 3 shows away from 20. You guys realize that, Tom and Bell?
Damn.
I know. What? Like, time flies, dude.
There has been 20 weeks, almost 20 weeks,
Wow.
of people's lives that they have chosen to spend with us.
That's right.
This is adulthood, kids. Buckle up.
That's right. That's right. Bald eagles up, as Dank would say. Walter, thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate that. So, Mr. Proney, how are you doing, sir?
Doing well. Doing well.
Doing well. It's been a long time since we hung out and talked. You know that?
Yeah, I just kind of, I don't know. I just kind of got away from everything for a little while, I guess. Work
Again.
Work, and I know I'm so wishy-washy, aren't I? I'm always here and I'm over there. I know it's fucky. I don't know. I guess whenever I did Cuffs, right, it was very grindy for me. So it was good to kind of chill and just play games and, just work and be normal, I guess. Because it was very grindy for me, I guess. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it. And of course, we're talking about Prone being back on Twitch after a hiatus, before kicking ass, before a hiatus, after it gets very confusing in there. I gotta give him shit. But so the Proney used to be the Prone guy. Why did you change it?
I don't know. The Prone guy just got too long. The Proney pie kind of stuck. So I didn't like. I mean, Proney pie's okay. It doesn't bother me at all. I mean, but Proney just seemed more simple and just more fitting, I guess.
Yeah,
And less like a dessert.
Yeah, nobody's confused with
Pony pie.
Pony, so we're good there.
Oh, that's because I hadn't thought about it. Thank you for that.
But a lot of people confuse it with porny, but that's fine.
Oh my God,
Porny.
another missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Where have I been?
Where have you been? That
That
fits in with your other missed opportunity of the day that you were talking about there, Bell.
Being zombies quoting his yearbook?
Yeah. Like porny,
Yeah.
I mean, that fits in together, doesn't it?
It does.
It does very well. Okay, so we'll get into more about why you used to be on YouTube. And
Yeah.
what people don't know, like you mentioned Cuffs, I'm sure there's some people out there that every time you mention Cuffs, like their ears perk up. So Prone is along with myself, like the timeline for me way back then is a little fuzzy, but as I remember it, like Prone and I met through some group on LSPDFR through a Skype group and started talking, and then we decided to start doing some of the role play after much debate. And then Onyx came along, right? Is that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And there used to be War Pig. I don't know if many people remember him.
Yep, Kevin.
Yep. Solid. He's a solid dude. He disappeared, but that's what happens in the internet. A lot of people disappear.
That's right. If this was Twitch, I could play my Illuminati theme right now. That would have been another missed opportunity. We should name this hashtag missed opportunity stream. So what the point we're trying to make here is that Prone is one of the like original founding members of the Cuffs Gaming Group. So that's how far back he goes. And we'll get into that a little bit more. And he was on YouTube for a while, and you're not really pushing your YouTube at all, are you?
Not right now, but I do plan on, maybe doing Twitch highlights and things pretty soon. So
okay. And for the most part, you're FPS style gaming, right?
For the most part, I mean, I love all games. There's not pretty much any game I'll play, but I mean, if anybody knows how I am, I get stuck on something, and Tarkov's, I mean, it's like my other child right now. I can't get enough of it. I literally talk it in my sleep. Apparently, I talk about keys in my sleep, I've been told. So.
Yeah. Well, like, you mean like keybinds?
Oh, like you have to have keys to unlock certain doors in the game.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was talking about a specific key the other night in my sleep. I don't know.
When you start speaking Russian, that's when you're gonna have the problem.
That's already
that's right. That's right. That's exactly right. We are also we got a Rye raid and we got an Ace raid.
Oh, nice.
Welcome, folks.
Yeah, welcome everybody. The chat just lit up. We have couple of new subscribers, and of course Walter, that awesome super chat earlier. Welcome everybody. This is a talk show, and it's not. There's certain segments where we'll interact with you guys, but just we're watching the chat. We're here. Nothing's missed. But thank you all for being here. Thank you, Rye and Ace, for sending all these fine people. Where were we? We were talking about, what the hell were we talking about?
So we covered that Proney is on Twitch, and maybe he's going to start putting highlights on his YouTube, and he does mostly first-person shooter, but not exclusively first-person shooter.
And he was talking about keys, aka the keys you need to open doors and escape from Tarkov in his sleep. That's dedication, y'all, right there.
I used to do that same thing whenever I used to play DayZ all the time. I used to talk about sleeping to the same shit.
I wonder, like, TRQ's never told me I do, but I wonder if, like, because I've done so ungodly amounts. There's like so much police roleplay I've done. Like, I wonder if I say that shit in the sleep.
I'm sure you probably say like
Probably
this
3 in the morning.
fucking
Freeze, motherfucker! She jumps out of bed. Makes me wonder sometimes. And I wonder if, like, on her channel someday there's just gonna pop up this damn video, like there's hidden cameras, and she'll blast right by me. 3 million subs in a day.
Used to smother you in your sleep one night when you really pissed her off.
Well, she starts releasing hidden cam videos of Budda like that for all the drama. Damn good and well I'll be smothered with some kind of gold frickin' YouTube button. Just the salt for the wound is the YouTube button I never got.
It sounds like a TikTok video or whatever they call it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, TikTok video. That sounds about as boring as whatever is it AMSR? I can't get it right. ASMR, yeah. What does that stand for, Belle?
Hang on. I know this.
Auto sensory something relaxation or some crap.
I think they're all just high as shit, to be honest with you. Have you seen the faces these people make? It's mind-blowing. Have you ever literally went through and clicked through?
Autonomous sensory meridian response.
Okay,
I was close. I got one word.
Take the time to click through and just look at some of the faces these people make. It's just like, wow. I mean, to each their own, but I'm just over here just, okay.
Those sounds, though, like any one of those videos I've ever watched give me, like, chicken skin, like the goose pimples. I can't stand it. Chill bumps. Like, the thought of it gives them to me. Like, and it makes my teeth hurt.
And the sound of you talking about it now gives me freaking goosebumps a little bit. Thank you.
Anytime.
Jesus, it's like the pukies, one person starts gagging, next thing everybody in the room's going,
Yeah.
Well, remember, y'all, that's like a Twitch exclusive. You just go into the just thoughting section. Find plenty of ASMR.
Oh, see, we need to have a section where we change peds and turn into,
you know there's a guy on Twitch who just literally records himself while he snores and sleeps, right?
Yep.
It's the strangest thing ever, but 200 people will sit there and watch
I
it
know,
for
dude.
8 hours.
What was that?
Like,
Andy? I know he was a big
crazy.
Twitch streamer. What's his name? Andy. I forget his name, but he did one where he slept all night, and he kept bitching about how his parents were getting mad because all the noises they'd play this ear rape stuff at like 3 a.m. with donations, all night long, like $2,000 plus in donations just watching him sleep.
That's crazy.
Lord. I know. Yeah, that's.
I wonder if it's like white noise though.
Asian Andy. That's who it is.
That's
Asian
who it
Andy.
is.
Mm.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like hearing somebody else snore in the background. I wonder if that's like a white noise thing. Like you put it on while you're doing things, so there's like a white noise.
I don't know.
I wonder if there's a snoring fetish. To be honest with you, like now I'm
Fetish
curious.
for everything.
There
There's
probably
the expert
really
when we need him. I don't think he's woken up yet.
That would suck at speed dating. Could you, one more thing before the time's up, will you snore for me real quick? Okay, here's my number. Wow. Oh, good Lord. So is there anything, does anybody know of anything? I know that our news wire machine was down and the planned stories didn't come through and Belle's flying by the seat of her pants, but is there anything is there any news? I'm trying to think. There was, Mortal
Well, the
Kombat
first
11.
news flash is she doesn't have pants on.
Crickets.
Let me just put the camera,
You said
the studio
you said you're flying by
drone
the
camera a
studio
little
pants.
higher here.
You don't
And
have pants on.
okay, well,
I have on
that's fine.
shorts, to be fair, so I'm flying by the seat
Who
of my
wears
shorts.
shorts?
I do have a handful of gaming news I think I can recall that
Okay.
I've looked at throughout the week.
And Mortal Kombat, I'm right? The pre-release is over, and it's been
Oh yeah,
released,
no,
right?
it came out.
Oh yeah, we
Yep.
played the shit out of that.
And,
Yeah,
last night.
Steam is
let's
bugged the
ask,
living shit out of me.
Let's ask Walter, who is chief in that game. We'll wait for your response.
For fuck's sake, she screenshotted it.
Oh, here we go.
Has she been kicking your ass?
I think we got a little V power thing going on here, Proney.
We were doing a little King of the Hill, and she got like a 5 kill streak.
Oh boy.
Let's just say my balls were pretty heavy last night. Not a dick joke.
No, it was a ball joke. There's
It's
a
a
difference.
testicle joke.
Yeah, come on, look, everybody. It was a joke. Don't get testy.
Oh, but
You knew it was coming.
Just past that ball.
Well, while we're waiting here, real quick, since you play so much of it, any cool updates coming for Tarkov there, Proney?
Oh yeah, they have they just did 11.7 patch, I don't know, like 2.5 weeks ago, which came with a WAP, and not a lot of content, just a lot of fixes. But they have 0.12 coming. I don't know. I would guess maybe like 2.5, 3 months. If they get what they want in, and they say it'll be huge. I mean, the game grows every day. I mean, you got people like Shroud playing it, pretty consistently. So
Yeah, there's a few people that play it. I know. I don't know if Eli does anymore. He used to, and he get a lot of people watching.
yeah, Eli gets very ragey. So I've seen some pretty good moments with
That's
him
why
stream,
people
it's
watch
great.
him, dude. Is that deep voice and his anger,
Yeah, that's one reason why some people don't play it as much, because once you start the rage, it makes it worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. All right, Miss Bell, what do you got there?
all right. So, brought to you as always by PC. Well, our first news story is brought to you by San Andreas Telephone. Life happens, San Andreas Telephone, and all of our news stories, as always, can be found on pcgamer.com/news, not sponsored. So, what I can recall from the past week, so Madden's new NFL 20, the career mode will actually take you from college into the draft into the pros. So they're adding an extra layer for people who enjoy playing esports. I realize all gaming is kind of esports, but when I think of esports, I think of like Madden and FIFA and stuff.
Yeah.
Overwatch has an official beer. if you didn't hate it before, it's coming, so wait for it.
Good Lord.
Budweiser is sponsoring a segment of the new Overwatch League.
Walter's about to be an Overwatch fan.
The new Titanfall plans are currently on hold, so that the developers can focus more on Apex Legends.
Oh boy.
That
Yeah.
game has really taken off.
It's a fun game.
Like in the last few weeks, like their player numbers, like it just spiked recently. I saw an article where like a lot of people just for some reason flocked to that game.
Apparently they have a lot of problems lately with people really getting big on cheating, becoming a big thing. It's a free game, so
Yeah.
that just
What? You mean another arena style large
Yeah.
game?
Yeah, I mean,
Please
I
don't
don't think
say
we've ever
please
had
don't
that
say
happen
those two
before.
words together. You know what 2 words I don't want to hear.
Arena game.
No, that's fine.
I don't mind a good BR. I don't like. I played Battlefield 1's BR, the Firestorm, and honestly, it could be a great game, but it's just some things are just like, what the hell happened? What did you even play another BR game? You know, it's just like with their loot. You know, whenever you shooting, all the loot just pops out all over the ground. There's no crate where you can kind of go through things. It's just like, what the hell? And then you got to chase a gun down a hill that's fallen or something. You know, it's stupid.
Oh, you mean like Rust?
Yeah. I mean, BR games can be good if they're good, but you know, again, not everybody
Yeah.
likes the same game, so to each their own.
I didn't hate the time in Apex Legends we spent. We played it a little bit. It was something different, at least, because not, Fortnite didn't really appeal to me much at all, really. Including that building aspect of it. If you're going to make it like that, it needed to have been done differently. But just randomly building up into the sky to escape shooters was stupid. In my personal opinion, no offense
Wait,
if your
are we
opinion's
talking about
yours.
Apex or Fortnite?
No, I'm speaking on Fortnite. But another battle royale arena
there it is.
style game that's free. I think that it was okay.
I think
I'm not gonna say
I think
what's
maybe
great.
Marion. I've been thinking Marion should play that game. Like drunk
Oh my
Marion should play
God.
it and just rage.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't mind Apex as much. I played a bit, but it's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't really care too much for that fast anymore. You know, because it's a really fast game, and I guess with some of the people I play with, they move even faster. So I'm just like exhausted after. You know, I'm just
Yeah.
like, gosh, it's
That's
a fast
fair.
game.
Yep. Yeah, you are a very, I mean, you heard the intro, the chillest guy we know, and I think that's literally true. I don't know anybody. No, I don't know everybody in the world, but I don't know anybody more chill than Prone. Like I've had conversations with Prone where there's been issues, whatever. But yeah, my point is I've heard him angry and like he never, like he's just chill.
His streams are super soothing to watch.
Yes, they are.
When he gets angry, it goes up like 2 decibels. Maybe.
I know, dude. It goes from air supply to fucking Michael Bolton, dude. That's like
Fair,
Yeah, just
fair.
you know, just
Nobody
no
in
reason.
chat knew what the hell either 2 of those were. But
yeah.
we're good. Maybe Z-Mom and Walter.
I mean, it's more like, when he's angry, he just stares at the screen sternly.
Oh, I'm sure there's been a couple of times where he's muted the mic and a desk got smacked or something.
No, when I was a kid, I used to be like that. You know, I used to go through controllers a lot, but I was a pretty angry kid, I guess, and you learn some things as you grow up. So I don't have time to be mad at some. I really don't. Like honestly, if you hate somebody that much, you really spend a lot of time thinking of. It's like I heard a story one time of a guy. Whenever he was younger, a guy that they both hated each other so much, and the other one guy pretty much forgot about it, but the other guy never did. When they saw each other, the other guy would rub it in his face. It's like, how exhausting is it to go 20 years disliking somebody that much? That's just one way I look at it. There's no reason to get upset about something. I mean, there's always tomorrow. So
Yep.
There's always tomorrow to be pissed off. Absolutely.
Well, life's just too short. I mean, I've gotten a little like, even when I'm legit frustrated with a game because it's crashing, it's GTA 5 or whatever the case may be, like I still try to make it fun, because in the end I realize, look, as a streamer, people come watch me for whatever they like about me. One part of the reason, this is true for every streamer and their individual community, they come to watch you. They don't want to hear, they don't want negativity. Everybody got negativity all day long. Everybody you bump into, there's 3 out of 5 is going to have a shitty attitude. So that's like that. I've realized that's part of the deal, that I don't think people want to see people rage all the time. Like, I don't think that's something that people like, oh, I got to see more and more of this,
I do rage, but it's at work. That's where I rage. That's probably where I do all my raging, and then I'm done raging for the day, and then I'm fine. So
throw a hammer across.
See, that thought crossed my mind earlier. I was going to say, do you use a nail gun or do you use a hammer?
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah. Now, how many times that hammer got chucked across to wherever you're working?
A few times.
Probably through some brand new drywall. Like, oh shit.
Now, and now I don't want.
It's okay.
I don't want Proney to. I don't want him to get to give away anything he doesn't want to give away. But you do own your own business, am I correct?
Yeah. I mean, me and my brother, we're just a small business. I mean, it's not nothing major. It's just me and him. We're just subcontractors. So.
Yep. And you work with your hands, making stuff pretty.
Pretty much. I mean, just
and
cabinets.
Functional.
Yeah, I mean it's a puzzle, and it's a finishing job. It's not like that's what makes me so angry is what I'm sure people think whenever they're doing their work, but that's what's one thing about construction is every time somebody comes in the house to do work, they have to work over what somebody else did. Like if I have to screw cabinets to a wall, well, if you didn't put your drywall in properly, then I'm going to screw a bit of the wall up. It's just one thing after another. And if you don't do your job right, then it makes me have to do my job even harder.
Yeah. That's
what I get angry about. So
it sounds partially like you two, to be honest with you.
So kind of quickly finishing off some of the news stories. If anybody's in the market for a new monitor, keep your ears open. LG brand has a monitor on sale right now on Newegg for $90.
Yeah.
It's an IPS monitor, and it actually has one it is a monitor that supports the AMD FreeSync.
How many hertz?
Didn't give me all the specs, but let's see if we can find that out real quick, like in a hurry.
I always love a good monitor deal. Newegg is good for that.
I used to shop Newegg.
75 hertz.
Oh.
That's not bad.
21.5 inches. IPS panel. Supports AMD Freestyle, and the refresh rate is 75 hertz.
Well, there you go.
Comparatively, in the price range, you generally only get 60 hertz refresh rate in that price range.
I guess games are getting that way too now, aren't they? Where they have like a lot more games are asking if I want to lock the frame rate than before.
VSync.
Yeah, VSync.
Yep. Anyone out there who plays in the stock market, Intel this week had one of their worst days in the last 10 years.
Team AMD.
Say that again.
Intel. The brand Intel.
Right.
Had one of their worst days on the stock market in the last 10 years this week.
Worse than when they had the information leaks. That's insane. Because I know they got hit hard when they had all that problem too, the security breach. Whatever.
Cox Cable. COX Cox Cable.
I knew it was
You spelled it out for us. I was confused.
Yeah, I know. Because it's not out of the realm of possibility that I would say something like that, truthfully. So that's why I spelled it. A pretty big internet service provider across America.
Yep.
I think it's a coast to coast provider, depending on where you are. They're actually testing out a new service in some of their in some of their higher market areas. where you pay $15 extra a month, and it is supposed to lower game lag.
Huh.
Now, it doesn't release any of the specifics on it. I swear I know English, guys. But I think that's kind of cool. I mean, if you can have cheaper internet and only pay $15 extra a month, and,
Yeah.
and your reason for wanting it is less lag in your games, and otherwise all you do is watch like Netflix or something, it's probably not a bad deal.
I'd be interested to see how that would work. That's interesting. I've never heard of them actually.
Yeah, it's crazy what they can do nowadays.
Yeah, I think so. I know that areas of Georgia has it. My mom has it at her place, or had it as an option in her place. It's one of, at least on the East Coast, it's a Comcast competitor in a lot of markets.
Aren't they owned by Time Warner? I think they are.
They are. Time Warner
Yeah.
bought them out, or they bought Time Warner out.
AKA
Or vice versa.
AOL.
You've got mail. Microsoft became a $1 trillion company yesterday. The GeForce RTX 2070 graphics card is on sale for $465.
Why'd you giggle?
I don't know. On sale for almost $500.
I know. What's the regular price? Does it say? You don't have to go look it up.
What you said it was the 2080?
2070. It's on sale for
2070?
$50 or $30 off.
Oh, okay.
Ray tracing. Ooh.
Yeah, wow. $30. You know, that's...
Hey, but you know, $30 not spent is $30 saved.
What is
If you're in the market for a new card, you know.
Yeah. I'll stick with my 4 gig 1050 Ti. It's doing just fine.
They have a new card coming out. I can't even think. What is it, like a 1090? That's probably totally wrong. I can't even think of the name of it. It's supposed to be pretty good. It's supposed to be like between like a 1080 and a 2080 and a 1080. So,
huh?
Interesting.
And one last little bit, another sale for you guys on Amazon right now. The Logitech G703, the G703 wireless mouse is on sale for $30 off, making it just $69.99. And you know how at least the Fasulo compound loves a good Logitech product.
Right. And the fact that it's between 68 and 70, that's a good number.
$69.99.
There's one thing with electronics. You really get what you pay for.
Yeah.
True.
Anything electrical.
Actually, our mice. How do you say this, guys?
Mouse?
When you're referencing the mouse that Tom and I have,
Your
was
nieces.
The Mices.
our Mises were purchased on recommendation
The Mises.
of the guy on the telephone with us, Mr. Prone guy, the Proney Pie.
I've had the G502 for many, many years.
Yeah, you
I have
swear
to
by
say,
that.
it is a damn good, comfortable, functional mouse. And
Mhm.
all of the other Mises that I have used in comparison, like in professional settings or something like that, they truly pale in comparison.
Yeah, and the DPI settings and adjustments are really good increments, and you can really get it where you want it.
So much so that a little piece of me wanted to buy one to go with my my work laptop, but it's about the same size as my work laptop, so that might look silly.
That's a funny site actually. I wonder
Alright,
if we just created a new hashtag, like a meme for. We planted a seed for a meme for ragers, you know, breaking their mice. Mises to pieces.
Mises pieces.
Mises. Oh, good Lord. All right, is
My
that it?
favorite candies. Yep, that concludes our gaming news for the week.
All right. Well, we're going to hear from our sponsor, Exorbia, and then we're going to come back and we're going to get back into the subject of the pronest of them all, Mr. Prone Guy, a.k.a. Proney now. And Tom, would you throw his link up there in the chahizzle? Would that how it be, or would it be a chahazzle?
Chahazzle, I like that. I'm gonna
Chahazzle.
use that.
Is Lazizzle and Chahazzle. That's so confusing. Like I've run into people here, like they talk like that, you know. Like, dude, what are you saying? Use English. Use your big boy words. Oh, good Lord. So we're gonna post the link there in chat. Make sure you follow Proney over there, and we'll be right back.
An ancient pastime just went cyber optic.
Mom, look, I'm playing with myself.
Handheld gaming action is here.
The Exorbio game system fits in the palm of your hand and provides hours of fun.
Mom, look, I'm playing with myself.
Once you discover the action-packed action of Exorbio, you won't be able to stop.
Take your newfound addiction everywhere. The 3-color screen is just like real life. Play games like Morning Missile Crisis,
Free the hostages.
One-Eyed Monster War,
Lightsaber struggle.
Zit, Squirt,
Pocket pool. Mortal sin. And tonsil hockey. But be careful, you might go blind.
Mom, I'm out of batteries and my arm aches.
Or link up your Exorbios for private sword fight battles.
I wonder if Dad still does it.
Exorbio, let the games commence.
Look here, you son bitches. You listening to the Budda Show on Q92 WCTR. It's the only place for talk radio worth hearing. Hey, Charlene, bring me my beer.
All right, we are back. Woohoo. Mr. Proney.
Yeah.
Okay, making sure my mic was on. I was like, I hate
Can
that
anyone
silent.
hear
You go, oh my God, did I hit something wrong?
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
Oh, do you answer the phone like that?
Who, me?
No, her.
Oh.
Who sang
I
that?
might
Wasn't that Belle?
start. Yeah.
I
I
think.
should certainly hope nobody else's voice sounds like that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It could have been Celine Dion for all I know. I mean, it was that good.
So kind.
But that's how old is that meme now? The hello meme.
Oh
But-
gosh. Well, the other hello, like Adele's hello, came out in 15.
Right. Well, I'm Lionel Richie though. We're talking like 87, 88. A lot of people don't know that. Like I think I saw someone on the internet, some Discord. They were talking about classic music, and someone said Lionel Richie, and they're like, "Oh, he stole that idea from Adele." And I'm like, "Okay, kid, here's $1. Go play in traffic." All right, so Twitch streamer, you are a first-person shooter. You play anything else? I know you're playing a lot of Tarkov lately. Are you just kind of going through one game at a time, or do you switch it up? Or
Honestly, I'm just gonna play what's fun for me. I mean, if it's not fun, I'm not gonna play it. That's why I'm gonna
agreed.
go about it this time. So I'm not gonna. I mean, I did play some LSPDFR the other day. It was fun. I mean, I had Crip and Onyx in there. They helped me out. They actually helped me fix it from crashing, which was pretty nice. So we got that fixed. So I'll probably do some more of that every now and again. I'm not gonna get excited and play it all the time. So I mean, just whenever I feel like playing, I'm gonna play it. And there's a lot of other games I plan on playing as well. But Tarkov's kind of my thing for
well,
now.
that's well, you get burnt out. Even just forget streaming as a gamer. You burn out playing the same thing all the time. And like I just kind of let it flow. I don't fight it anymore. Like I haven't felt playing LSPDFR the last few days, but I have felt like playing Atlas.
Yeah.
So that's what they get on the streams, And there's people that don't like it. And there's people that get mad at me because they want LSPDFR. But my attitude is, if you want a good stream, if you want me into it, want that excitement, jokes are flying, and I'm on, then I gotta enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah, and one thing I like about streaming Tarkov is, whenever you play well and you kill people come to your stream, and it's fun to, be like, oh, you were there, I was here, oh, you killed me, haha, good game, shit like that. That's fun, that's pretty cool to do as well. I enjoy that aspect of it.
People do love violence.
Yeah. And people love to come in your stream and be like, hi, I got you, good game, and that's always fun too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're just like, where was he? You know, and they come in and be like, oh, I was over here, and you're like, holy shit, you know. So.
Have you ever been stream sniped in that game?
No,
like
no.
not just like what you describe, but full out, like just keep hitting you and hitting.
Nah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good because, like, I've gotten that in Rust. Like, I stay the hell out of PvP, and if I do now, I keep my map covered, and I don't tell them. I don't advertise what server I'm on.
I have been killed by some pretty big Twitch streamers, and I've killed a few, so that's always fun.
Well, it's an honor to take a bullet from somebody with a million
I've
views on their channel.
I had a buddy. Me and him played one day, and he ended up killing. I can't even think of the one guy's name. He does a lot of Black Ops, but I ended up killing a Call of Duty world champ. So that felt pretty good.
Yeah, there you go.
That's sweet.
There you go.
Very nice.
That's when you just stop, pause the game, go look in the mirror, and point and go, "You're a winner, sir."
So I told my buddy, I said, "Well, I'm done. I'm gonna install now. Bye." It was probably just lucky, honestly, for me to get the shot, but it was still like, got him, you know.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? And this goes, I mean, I hate to use this comparison, but like the Fast and the Furious meme, winning's winning. A play is a play. It don't matter unless you're using hacks or unless you use some sort of game glitch or got some kind of advantage that you shouldn't have had. There's no reason to feel any way but happy about something like that.
Yeah, and I notice whenever, you get excited in the moment. Whenever you kill somebody, you're like, get wrecked, kid. You just, fuck you. And, you get all excited, and then they come in your stream. You don't mean it. It's just, everybody does it, Yeah. It's just the thrill of the moment.
Well, you never know when you're gonna get a lucky shot on.
That's true.
Somebody that's huge that's streaming and they come raid you because of it. I've seen that happen too.
I get the thrill of that moment when I play freaking Mortal Kombat and kick Walter or Tom's ass for once.
PvP in itself is it's satisfying, especially whenever you're a gamer. It's very satisfying in PvP to actually win. It makes you want to play more.
Right.
It's very satisfying. So I guess that's one reason why I enjoy PvP as much as I do.
Oh, I enjoy it for the same reasons. I just these days it's not just I'm very careful as to where I play because for the sanity of my experience, it don't matter if I'm streaming or not. Like I've had it happen on and off camera, so to speak, and I just don't like it.
Yeah, I know with Rust you got to be very careful.
Yep.
The game can be a little toxic sometimes, but you seem like you got a pretty good handle on it now. So.
Oh yeah, I've got it down. There's just like I've been doing PvE a lot because there's a lot to do with the mods. You know me, I'm a modder. I like making a game break, but there's a lot to do with a little creativity, and I mean, we did a whole stream building, like we tried to emulate the frickin' Trump Tower. Now, of course, we spawned shit. We were, had a ridiculous gather rate and Instacraft and all that, but I mean, it was legit, like as tall as we could actually build it in the game. It wouldn't let us build any taller, but it had the same cutouts and all that. There's just like a mini Trump Tower. So
build till you get 2 FPS, basically.
Dude, when we went to use the remove all command, we broke the server. Like, we broke all the servers on that box.
Yeah,
everything had to be restarted. I'm proud of that.
But see, that's the beauty in these in games like this. That there are Tarkov doesn't have a PvE, does it? I don't believe so.
It's very PvE though. I mean, there's a lot of AI. There's a lot of, the questing and stuff. It's PvP is just kind of like in my opinion, I think it's more of a side note of the game because there's so much more you can do. You could totally avoid PvP. You could hide in a corner the whole time and just do something else.
Okay.
If you wanted to, you don't have to fight people.
So unlike something like, and I'm just saying Rainbow Six because we've all played it, something like Rainbow Six that the sole purpose of it is PvP and there's really not a lot else you can do. Games like this I think are great because it has something that can appeal to more than just one person. It can appeal to people who, so Rust, for example, it can appeal to people who enjoy the game, the building mechanics of it, or, the foraging mechanics of it.
Yeah, and I mean,
I personally am not the hugest Rust fan, but I like Rush, not Rust. You know, there's something there that can be enjoyed if something about the game appeals to you. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I agree. I agree.
I guess with Tarkov though, there's such a learning curve. There's that it can be hard for just one guy to just go in and try to figure it out. And I mean, it's not. I know it can be deceiving. Just watching it on stream and not knowing too much that it might just be pure PvP. But really though, it's a lot more to it. It's more like a survival and. I mean, eventually it's supposed to be all open world. It's pretty early access as far as that goes. I mean, what game isn't? And I mean, there's a lot of, the hideouts that they plan on coming in the next few months. I mean, to be able to do your quests and use the flea market to sell things to the players, you actually have to go in and build a computer with parts you find in Raid and things like that. So
that's neat.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. If it ever becomes a game that it would be, you three will be playing it, I bet.
Well, to be perfectly frank, I'm not opposed to it. I just, right now there's a lot of other things kind of happening.
Yeah.
In which I'm not looking to take on something that I can't easily step away from.
And I know you played ESO and stuff like that, and
I love it.
It gives that, it has that void as well. The grindy. I want to get this level so I can, you level your character and you level, the vendor so you can buy different things and do this. So it has that aspect to it too. So there's a lot of things rolled into one with that game, I guess.
Yeah.
And I like those games. I like all the games where you have that option. Like if you get, and not necessarily because you want one or the other, but it's nice to have a choice.
Yeah.
So let's see. So, all right. So you talked about your YouTube channel. You used to run a YouTube channel when you were doing the whole cuffs thing, when back in the day. And then you kind of stopped. So you're going to start using it for Twitch highlights mostly and things like that.
Yeah.
Any plans to stream over there?
No plans to stream over there.
Okay.
I much prefer Twitch, I think. I mean, I've done, streams on YouTube before, so, it's just, I much prefer Twitch. I would, if I'm gonna build an audience again, and I know I'm pretty wishy-washy with it, and I've been back and gone and back and gone, but I don't know, I really do kind of have a desire to kind of stick with it. So this time, I feel a lot better about it this time than I have before. I guess certain things have determined that, but I feel a lot better about it this time. But I do plan on staying on Twitch for sure.
Well, Twitch is definitely, I think there's more interactive, but the people who watch, they can do less if they want to. Like someone asked today when I was doing an Atlas stream, how do you like a stream on Twitch? I'm like, dude, you ain't got to do that. Just sit back and enjoy it. That's how you like a stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
You don't have to do comment, do none of that, unless you want to do it on the clips. But they get all other kinds of stuff that they can just click on, like do you use the Streamlabs loyalty chest thing and all that?
No, I don't use all. I use Stream Elements is what I've been using actually. I can't figure out their alerts for the life of me, but that's another story.
Well, your streams are so chill. Like, I can't imagine you having anything over the top.
No, I wanted to. I mean, I don't know if some of you've seen it, but I wanted to keep it really clean this time too. I didn't want a bunch of things on the screen this time. I want to keep it really clean and as immersive as possible. I really like that. I don't know, I felt like this time I want to do what I want to do. I know that might sound a little, I don't know, maybe not, but I want to do what I want to do with it this time, So.
Well, that's how it gotta be. That's the way it should be.
That's kind of what we tout here a lot. Is that, don't. I mean, I guess there are people who have to do it just for views because it's their career and they built their career on this just one thing, and you can't just be like, oh, well, screw the money I'm making, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I get those people have to do kind of what they have to do, but you're not doing this as your career.
No.
At least currently. If you make it that far, then freaking wonderful. But I think that it's more enjoyable to watch when people are doing what they genuinely want to do.
Yeah, and that's the way I would prefer to be. And I guess before it was, more about I just want to, have the view. But really, it's not about that for me anymore. I guess I just want to, enjoy the game and stream, and especially like Turkov. It's easier for me to play that game solo when I'm streaming. Whenever I'm playing it solo by myself, I'm scared to death. It's a scary damn game. I'm sitting in the corner. It's quiet in here. I got the lights out. I'm about to have a damn heart attack.
Dude,
Whenever
the
I'm on
division
stream,
is like that alone.
It's totally different. But I don't want to. I'm just gonna do mainly what I want to do.
Yeah.
So, Proney, I got a question for you. After coming from YouTube, where you have completely immersive chat, and then going over to Twitch, and there could be minutes, sometimes 10 minutes that goes by without somebody saying anything, but they're still there. Like you could see the viewers are still there. How did you deal with that transition? Because to me, just being on YouTube, like I'll look at it and I'll say, oh shit, somebody hasn't said something in like 30 seconds. Like this is not good.
Honestly, whenever I streamed LSPDFR the other day, I had like just one or two people in. Nobody said a thing for the first hour.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just sit there and talk to myself. I kind of always done that anyways. Like even whenever I wasn't streaming or just sitting there playing a game by myself, I usually sit there and talk to myself anyway. So I don't know. It's kind of just natural, I guess. I just keep my own self entertained.
Well, I think that people will sit there too and watch. It don't matter. Like if they want to watch the game, they're going to watch the game. They don't care if you're talking half the time.
But I guess to address your point, I guess it's more of, I don't know. I look at the chat, but to a certain extent, I guess. I don't concern myself. I'm not really concerned myself with too many viewers, I guess. It's just, I'm just streaming. I don't expect to have. It would be great if somebody hosted me with 1,000 viewers. I probably wouldn't know what to say, but I'm not expecting. I came into it not expecting to have that many viewers, I guess. So that made it easier for me. So
yeah,
which is fine. It is what it is. They come and they go. Hopefully one day I'll have 1 million, or I won't. If I do, I don't. If I do, I do. So.
What were you gonna ask there, Belle?
Well, I was just gonna say, Tom and I think we've talked to you about it, but Tom and I have talked about taking Fasulo Gaming over to Twitch, with it being me though. Like Twitch would be mine, YouTube would be his. And I sort of like, as we were talking about earlier, how you don't have to like a stream. Like the metrics aren't based on Twitch on who remembers to hit a like button. It's who is actually watching your shit.
Yep.
And I really kind of like that aspect about it, because that's what it should be. Like, you shouldn't have to go through another hoop and like my video and leave a comment just so that I can be featured elsewhere.
Yep.
It should be, hey, you know what? This person had 200 viewers on this one game, so, like, let's promote it.
I agree. That should be exactly the way it is, based on that performance, instead of that whole first 48 hours and let's balance everything out with an algorithm that doesn't fucking work.
And, the likes and dislikes can really change the demeanor of a streamer or somebody really fast.
Yep.
Right.
So, and that could be good or bad for a stream as well. So that's why I like Twitch. It's just watch. Watch and enjoy. If you like it, follow. If you like it that much, sub. Whatever. Like I tell people. One guy last night was trying to give me bits to kill somebody, and I'm like, yeah, it's like, I'm not gonna do that, because for one, the guy I'm playing with, he's gonna rage on me, and for two, I don't want to kill him because I don't need bits that bad to kill my friends. I need them,
Yeah.
And I think that, like the whole like and dislike thing just kind of perpetuates that sort of hater mentality that we talk about on occasion.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it just kind of like encourages that sort of behavior,
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't really like that.
Misery does love company, right?
Yeah, no, if I'm miserable and you're the cause, you're going to fucking know it. I am not going to need to leave a dislike somewhere or a nasty comment. Like,
but that's you. But there's so many weak, spineless people with a weak constitution and a weak jizz plate that they feel powerful when they do that.
I guess I just feel like we shouldn't even make that an option.
No, it shouldn't. Well, it's the same as, imagine if real life, if people could just walk up to you when you're having a conversation with somebody, you're telling a joke, and they don't like you because you're fat, or because of this, or because of that, or whatever they want to judge you on. and they can walk up and they can throw a little button on you that has a thumbs down.
That's a good point.
And that shit happens all fucking day long, you know? And that's it. And once you're there, you're branded by that person and everybody else who did their button, whether it's thumbs up or thumbs down. And then at the end of the day, you're judged, you know, by, you know, the performance, how you perform that day with likes and dislikes. Like, I agree with Bell. I think it's the stupidest system in the world. There's no need for it anymore. There's no need for any of that. To take all the like buttons away.
Well, even before the live streaming was big on YouTube, it was, you know, to help guide your video choices. If I'm searching for a specific video, you know, let's say I'm searching for a video on a new vacuum cleaner, something. I'm not going to go for likes and dislikes. I don't even look at that shit. I look at view count.
Yep.
I look at upload date and view count.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I will admit that if it's a really flashy, colorful thumbnail, I'll click on it.
I'm the guy who usually checks
When
the
in Rome.
comments and looking to see like, oh, this worked perfect, or this is a total lie. You know, I usually look for that.
I mean, I'll look for that too, but you know how if you type in on YouTube, like in the search bar, if you search, like, we have a shark vacuum cleaner, so I'm going to use that. If you type in, like, shark vacuum cleaner, and, you know, I sort it by upload date, because I don't want the ones from 6 years ago not fucking helpful to me right now.
Agreed.
So I sort by upload date always, and then it just shows you, like, view counts and stuff of people and likes and dislikes, and you can't actually see the comments yet. So, but when I'm trying to search for, okay, I want to watch this review on it, it's by view count for me.
Yeah,
what everybody else is watching, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty much the way I would determine it as well.
I don't know. I guess I'll do it by that, but I'll also do it by, you know, if something shows up in my feed that doesn't look like the title's clickbait, you know, it looks interesting, I'm going to click on it. Whether I stay there or not, that's a different story, but I see what you're saying. You know, it's when you sort them, it's much easier to figure out the good stuff. I don't think YouTube the way they put stuff out there, I don't think it works like it should. I think it's influenced by money and AdSense. Okay, let's see. So where do you have any plans for anything new? That's like, what are your games that you're playing Tarkov now, and you still got the old classics, LSPDFR, GTA 5, but what's coming out? You're like, God damn it, I'm going to get that and I'm going to play it. I can't wait.
Probably Ready or Not. I don't know if anybody's heard of that.
I have not personally.
You
guys have, Tom Bell?
I think I did.
I don't think I have.
Refresh.
It's a SWAT-based game.
We did watch the
Walter. I think Walter sent that one to me too. Sent info on it.
I'm really excited about that. It has that Tarkov feel. I mean, all the guns are very customizable, and it's a first-person shooter. It's very, very realistic. Very realistic.
Yeah, I was pissed. Didn't it have like a spring 2020 though?
Yeah, it's gonna be on Steam. I'm gonna pre-purchase it though. I want to get in the early thing, so I want to. I gotta play it. I want to see it. So that's one game I'm definitely excited for. And that's really, I don't know. That's pretty much it as of right now.
Yeah, that definitely looked badass. I think we watched like the 10-minute release video on it, where you can make the different choices, how to breach.
Yeah,
you know, that was awesome.
I'm definitely excited for that.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, well, what we'll do is we're gonna take another little break here. We'll come back, and it'll be time for Tom's rant. You got a good one today, Tom?
Don't I always?
Well, yes, but you know we're trying to hype people up.
Oh no, this one may be. I don't know.
You gotta do. You know, I was saw some meme. I was watching some meme thing, and it had a lot of Rush Limbaugh in it. And one thing I noticed that I never, because I used to listen to Rush Limbaugh because my college roommate listened to him, and he owned the fucking stereo. So okay, well, fine, I'm gonna listen to Rush, I guess. so getting stoned in my college dorm and then listening to Rush Limbaugh, like I never really paid attention. But now in the age of webcams, like, you remember when he would go, like, I've got a fax, like I got a fax right here. And he would crinkle the damn paper, like, and none of us realized, we listened to it, and even the hardcore fans aren't actively thinking, why are you crinkling a piece of paper? You told me you had it. I don't need proof that you've got a fax on the other side of the microphone. Like, that part just hit me funny as hell. I good Lord. Okay, so we'll come back with your rant there, Tom, and then we're gonna hit Proney up a little bit about what he wants everybody to know about him, things like that. And then Belle, do you have any more news at all? I know you said it was a light night.
I don't have anything huge to cover tonight. I don't. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. They're all here for Prone's sexy sounding ass. They don't.
True story.
I got a news.
You got news?
The draft sucks because you can't drive around Nashville anymore.
Okay, now for the listeners, what draft are we talking about?
The NFL draft. They're having it in Nashville this weekend.
Right.
Holy hell! 300,000 people piled up on one road. You can't even drive anymore in Nashville right now.
For the NFL draft, like the legit teams going.
Yeah.
For the third pick, we select Robert T. Johnson.
They literally put a big stage out in the road.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They can't do this in a TV studio anymore. Do you remember? That's the way they used to do it.
They need an entire city.
Telethon panel style. Everybody wore suit coats now. What is it now? What, they got bands out there partying?
Pretty much.
I bet you Florida Georgia Lines out there, huh? Good Lord. So do you play? Are you big in the NFL? Do you bet anything like that? Fantasy?
Oh, no, I don't keep up with sports at all.
No. It don't matter who scored a touchdown. You're still looking for a key in Tarkov.
Yeah, if I was gonna do anything, I'd probably go play some golf. Honestly.
Oh, good Lord. Golfing. That's a whole nother story. Tom, you golf, don't you? Well,
that's a negative, Ghost Rider.
I thought you said, or was it Walter? I can't remember. One of y'all said you like to golf.
Old man Walter's got that.
It's boring to watch, but it's pretty good to play.
Hell yeah. Hit a ball, drink a beer, hit a ball, drink a beer. I could see you as a golfer, Belle.
No, you got to be too quiet. That's not for me.
You got to be quiet. Screw that.
It's like turkey hunting.
That's that country club bullshit. You go to a municipal golf course, pay your fines as long as you're not breaking the rules or breaking the law. The hell with those old people.
Whatever happens to the country club stays at the country club.
She'd try to make a drive, it'll slice off to the left, and she'd be like, "You mother!"
No, we'd hear her just spike the club and yell, "S my D."
Suck my stupid fucking golf.
She'll be like Happy Gilmore out there.
Yeah, that was just that.
Oh, good Lord. All right.
Barker's ass.
That's right. Wow. Yep, this thing got
wrong, bitch.
Yeah, where the trains just look, Tom, would you mind hitting that switch so it doesn't go completely off the rails? Just change tracks. We're gonna take a break.
Got it.
We'll be right back.
He was a man at war with himself, fighting a war that someone else lost.
It's over, Tim! The war's over!
It's never over! You've seen him wipe out millions of Cambodians in Exploder. Now, Jack Howitzer is Tim in his most challenging role yet.
We're here, Tim!
A preschool for slow children?
You're the new teacher, Tim!
Special needs cop. It's the story of a psychotic ex-Marine showing tough love to special ed kids. One of you tards has been running Peruvian flake through the special ed school, and I'm gonna find it. No juice and cookies.
You suck, Tim.
But soon, he becomes one of them.
What is this?
That's teacher's gun. You want to see it?
Cool.
Oh, you gone and shot yourself. Way to go! He was finally beginning to live a normal life. Then all hell breaks loose.
Tim, you're so stupid. You count with your fingers.
You want to party with me? Bring it on! Tim, what are you doing? I fought for my country. Welcome to the land of freedom, bitches. Yeah! Special needs cop. He had a lot to learn.
Like, literally, you're listening to the only place for talk radio worth hearing, The Budda Show, right here on Q92 WCTR. Oh my god.
And we are back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You know, I just want to say real quick, it's been a very odd week and a half, 2 weeks for me. If I seem a little off tonight, there's a reason for it. Maybe could be a good reason, may not be, but we've had some good ups and downs. Like, you guys know what's been going on. So, but it's just been a wild ride. And with that, thank you, Tanner Gaming, by the way, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that very, very much, sir. Tom.
Yes.
Ran away, sir.
All right.
Rant switch has been thrown.
Rant switch has been thrown. Full engage. So, you know how we look at people that we consider the influencers, right, in the gaming community. So you have, like, Dr. Disrespect and shit like that, that make these, that are these role models, quote unquote, model figures that, you know, these impressionable children pay attention to, correct?
Right. I'm with you.
So it's just how irresponsibly they're using their platform, especially when it comes to things not gaming related. Okay, so now I don't have anybody specific as far as, you know, this Twitcher or this YouTuber.
But do you have an example of what you're talking about for
I do
listeners?
And which is serious but not related to like anybody in particular. I don't know if you heard, but right now this country is having a measles outbreak.
I have not.
So like UCLA shut down.
Seriously?
Shut down. 20 something cases.
Holy shit.
Right there is a spot in Florida that's considered a hot spot. It was like 6 or 7 different states, and it's the youth is getting these messages, especially about like anti-vax, from people that kind of feel that way. They're like the anti-vacciners.
Oh yeah, the ones that feel like they're doing a disservice.
Yeah. So like
yeah,
the measles were pretty much gone in the 70s, right?
Yep.
Like it was considered a cured disease. When
it was eradicated for like 30 years.
You know, when we grew up, we got 2 of the shots, the MMR shots, measles, mumps, and rubella, and nobody ever got it. And now with these influencers going on and saying, you know, it's really bad. I play video games, but it's really bad that you get your shots.
Wait. Hold the phone. Back the truck up here. Just back it up a little bit. So if I hear you correctly, not only are they commenting on a obvious social issue that needs to be dealt with the quickness, so we all don't fucking die of the measles.
Right.
So not only are they using their, for lack of a better term, their power with the platform that they're on, and again, using game behind it to talk about a real social issue not related to gaming. But they're also, it's now a platform for them to get people's attention who are already watching and talk about how bad it is to get the vaccines. Is that, am I hearing you correctly?
Yeah, well, anti-vax, like there's a lot of people going.
Well, honestly, either way, like it's not, hey, thanks for watching my LSPDFR stream, but I'm going to take 20 minutes and I'm going to talk to you about how important vaccinations are. Like, that's not a thing. So therefore, the anti-vaccine shouldn't be a thing. Like, the two don't go together. I'm not going to put marshmallow cream and sour cream on my peanut butter sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds dreadful.
Like, case in point, Kat Von D, I'm pretty sure everyone here knows who she is, at least. Yeah. Released an Instagram photo when she was pregnant with her child, saying that, I don't remember how it came up, but essentially she was saying they were electing not to vaccinate her child. And she's, encouraged people to do their own research or whatever. And it was on the company, on her, affiliated or tagged her beauty company. And she's using the platform to push her kind of own ideals and agenda. And it would be different if, she had really any kind of medical training at all and said that. And said, I had done any kind of research of my own, and this is what I found, and these are the articles, and this is why. But honestly, you're going to pitch that to young and impressionable girls, and then we know that, teen pregnancy happens and runs rampant now, and they're like, well, Kat Von D didn't vaccinate her child.
Yeah. Yep. There it is. Right there. There it is. I'm so tired of hearing that in society. Well, this celebrity said it. I don't care what medium they're in. Unless they're coming to me and saying, hey, you can do this in Fortnite. Ninja said it. Okay, cool. That's acceptable, even though I don't like that game. Like, don't come to me and say, hey, congratulations for earning almost $500,000 on YouTube. And this is a true story, legit, because he heard Boogie and he heard a couple other big YouTubers say this. The average streamer gets, or YouTuber gets, $1 per 1,000 views. So I had 400 and something views on my channel total. So he was convinced I had made 400 and something $1,000. And I'm telling y'all right now, if in the last year or 2 years or 3 years I made 400 and something $1,000, I don't think I'd be doing YouTube anymore.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, hey, I got my money. It's like winning at the jackpot at the craps table. You win, you get in, you get out. I'm gonna go do something else now. Right? So,
yeah, it's just stay in your fucking lane. Like that's all it comes down to. If you're there to influence games, sell Logitech shit. Sell computer screens.
Yeah, talk about how great Logitech shit is or whatever. That's a good point. I don't even
care if it's a good product. Like, push something that somebody's paying you to do. Just like freaking everybody going to the Epic store with their games. Hey, you could save money and you could be an Epic exclusive.
Or
stay there.
Or Goodbye. You could be a rapper that's selling 20-year-old video games crammed into 5-year-old Chinese tech and putting a 3-figure price tag on it. I mean, you could be. I mean, anything's possible in this world.
Poor Soldier Boy. Nintendo made him his bitch.
But I mean, if you want to have an opinion on something that doesn't affect like public health, I guess I'm okay with it. Right? Yeah. Like I don't often openly discuss political views, right? Because it's inflammatory. And if my view differ from yours, like in this group, yeah, we've discussed it some, and we can agree to disagree. But I'm not saying like, oh, you shouldn't wear your seatbelt. Or I don't think you should wear a seatbelt.
Yeah, that doesn't belong. I don't care what you're doing. That's obvious that yes, some seatbelts do, because of the type of wreck or the severity of the wreck, have caused additional injuries which have caused the person to expire. But for the most part, seatbelts save lives. So,
right, because that percentage that it causes additional damage to is like less than 0.1%. of all accidents.
I guess my question would be, it's like, I mean, it's fine if they want to have an opinion, but who the hell are these people that are listening to them? What the hell?
Yeah, well,
they're young, impressionable children.
The same ones
You know,
that
it's like-
listen
you know,
to
it's a
Tide Pod.
multiple
That's a good
mind.
idea.
They did a mural here in Nashville yesterday. Apparently, it had nothing to do with Taylor Swift. The artist said, but someone said it did, and she shows up in a bathrobe, literally in a bathrobe, and people were stuck in. It was crazy. It was a madhouse just so she could show up and wave at a few people and take some selfies. It's just
In her
like,
bathroom.
like really.
But
I
that's
don't know.
just it. The number of people who would conform to whatever
Yeah.
she says.
It's mind-boggling.
Now, case in point, and this is actually beneficial. I think it was Selena Gomez had a kidney transplant because she has lupus and it affected her kidneys. And being who she is and having the status that she does, one of her friends donated a kidney to her. And she used that platform to then promote organ donation, which is great. You know, she used it in a positive way. But I guess I also kind of feel like maybe that shouldn't have been done. Because my opinion on it is that it's great, but maybe Buddha's opinion on it is that that's a terrible thing to do. Like, no,
Well,
keep your, you know, it still isn't the right platform to do it.
But it's like it's Selena Gomez too. I'm sure there was 1,000 girls out there that would give her anything, give her left ovary, you know?
Right. No, you're absolutely right.
If it were some just John Doe, you know, it takes 6 months to a year. It's like a billionaire telling me, you know, about money. It's like it's not relevant to me. You're a billionaire, you know?
Yeah.
That's when I agree with you totally. It's, you know, it's a different perspective.
So
And-
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say is while I think that was a great thing that she did, like bring awareness to it, maybe those young followers, when the time comes to decide if they want to be an organ donor or not, they will, and that's great. And I think that was a wonderful thing. I still don't know if I think she should have done it.
So
Just because it's not really like stick to entertaining.
I agree.
right, like Tom said, stay in your lane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Which Tom, do you want to expound on that for the people who are going, well, what do you mean stay in my lane? Like driving
No,
games?
like I said, if you're Dr. Disrespect, sell computer shit, like game shit. Like you don't need to be doing driveline commercials. You don't be needing to endorse the next president. Like, just stay where you're at.
Yep.
You-
Well,
you
it
have
just
a
comes
lot
down to
more control over
responsibility,
people
right?
That then you probably realize, like we have come down to it, that the youth of today does not think for themselves.
Nope.
They are given every thought to them. They don't want to think for themselves. They want to be
Right.
told. They want to be shown. They don't even want to read, which we all know that. Like, you have to draw pictures for everything. And when
Or
you have that
ASMR, right?
Oh yeah, ASMR. But
Sponsor
when
the
you
channel,
have
sponsor the
somebody
channel,
that's-
sponsor the channel, sponsor the channel. Sorry, go ahead.
Subliminal messaging. I love it.
That's subliminal messaging, not ASMR, but good try.
Oh wait, I needed to crinkle money up in the microphone and then
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
I'm a
if you're a
YouTuber.
health
I don't have any
organization-
folding money, so
Health organization, go ahead, go for it. You want to speak to something that you're finding that, okay, maybe these vaccines are causing a higher rate of autism, like medical behind it, rather than just your own personal view or your personal belief.
Hey, they can't do that because there's not any research that backs it up.
right.
Just
Well, it's
saying.
one thing. It's like Belle said. It's one thing to have an opinion. It comes down to responsibility with a microphone and an audience, especially video gaming and Twitch, where it's a lot, and YouTube even, where it's a lot of youth. A lot of
Wait.
youth that are put in front of the TV or the laptop or their mobile device or their console or whatever, because mommy and daddy are busy working, doing whatever, and I get it.
Kind of like the blind leading the blind, really.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, you can have an opinion about something, but it needs to be stated and clear. Like, I try very hard. If I'm going to express an opinion, I'm even explaining jokes because I don't want someone to come back and I don't like drama, but I just don't want someone to come back and go, well, Buddha said it. Like, no, don't listen to me, idiot. That's the dumbest fucking thing anybody could do. Sponsor the channel, sponsor the channel, sponsor the channel. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's my attitude. Like, don't listen to me. I mean, and I say that loosely, but don't, like, a lot of what I say in my streams is it's in jest, it's all in fun, it's part of a character, and it just the same way as Dr. Disrespect is a 40, 50-year-old some dude who still puts on, his character, it's that the wig and everything and his attitude and the personality. That's what it is. It's a personality. It's acting. And that's why I say that. Don't listen to a streamer. Just don't. Listen to them, have fun, but don't go, well, because they said it. Unless you can, they're an expert on it.
I had somebody one time tell me that Dr. Disrespect's so angry and he rages all the time. I just face palmed.
That's the whole point.
Exactly.
Either you like it or you don't. That's I don't like Dr. Disrespect. Like, it's the first 5 minutes are entertaining, and then after the intro, it's like, okay, he's gonna just rage or whatever. But that's fine. I don't like it, and I don't have to like it, but I think that falls back on what Tom was saying. There are plenty of people. There's so much hate going around. There are streamers that will talk shit about another streamer because of their political view or because of their view on this or that. And that's going way, like that's not even in your lane. That's in the opposite lane of traffic.
And I know I said his name plenty of times. He was not the one this is coming from. Like, I want to make that clear. This is not something that Dr.
Yeah,
Disrespect.
we're not.
I just, every time I go to watch Proney on Twitch or Budda on Twitch, I get fucking Dr. Disrespect commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And it annoys me that I cannot get bypassed.
You need an ad blocker.
Does it work on Twitch?
Yeah.
Does it? I have ad blocker, and I still get the ad.
There later, Proney. But that 30 seconds is like 2.5 hours to me.
I mean, and again, yeah, Tom's right. There's no hate. We're not talking shit about anybody. It's transformative, folks. We're talking about it in the context of the conversation, using examples that actually exist. Nobody's saying that Dr. Disrespect said this or that. Again, here's a good example of don't listen to us. It's don't take, you got to take a lot of what you hear on the internet or read on the internet as with a grain of salt. Because 99% of it, I'm telling you folks, you might love your favorite YouTuber or your favorite huge Twitch streamer, but 99% of what they're doing, it's all bullshit. Even if you think it's real life, it's a personality. It's entertainment. I guess that's why people are still calling magazines clips, right? Thanks, Hollywood.
Yep.
I want to see a realistic movie, like another Black Hawk Down or something like that. But they use that term. Oh, dude, I'm out. Throw me a clip. And he throws them like one of those binder clips that you can fold the little things down on.
I would.
So I'm going to embarrass myself for a minute here because I thought you meant like Cosmo as a magazine. I was like, they never called them clips.
Oh my god.
Well, that's the thing for a whole other story. But Hollywood has really just ruined the youth. Like, and maybe it's just me and my analytical mind, but I love The Expendables. I think that series of movies it's entertaining to watch. Especially because most of those guys I grew up as a kid watching on the big screen, right? But you see them like walking around with their fully automatic, all tricked out gun, and where's their finger, Proney?
On the trigger?
On the trigger.
Wrapped around the trigger, and they're carrying the gun like that. It's like, really? Come on.
When I watch streams, honestly, I watch just as much. I watch more Twitch than I probably do anything. I watch a lot of Twitch. Whenever I watch Twitch, I watch for people that I relate to. I watch people, usually I watch people who are playing the game that I enjoy right now. People that are close to my age and, or the same demeanor as me. I don't really, there's a lot of people on Twitch who do the whole acting gig,
Yeah.
And that, honestly, I think that has to be so exhausting to sit there for 8 hours and do that. I don't see how they can do it. I mean, props to some of those guys, but I much prefer, somebody on, my level, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you touched on what the hidden thing that people have almost completely forgotten about is Twitch and YouTube and the other gaming platforms like it are. It's a social media platform. It's a social platform, folks.
Mm-hmm.
So part of the reason that I have the people that watch me, no matter what, and any streamer really, or anybody who does, video content, is because of the relatableness, if that's a word. Where I like this guy because I like his chill, or I like that he has no chill, or whatever it is. And they watch it. Like I have people that they don't need to like or watch a stream because they subscribe, or they're Patreon, or they donate money every now and then, but they're lurking, they're watching.
And I think it's better in the end for the streamer himself if people actually like them for them and not their character. I mean, because I guess some streamers, we know what they do when they're not in character. So,
yeah,
that's Dr. Disrespect, but I mean, I see that too. I would appreciate you liking me for me and not something I'm not too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, and for me, it's to me, it's much more important that they like me for me and whatever entertainment experience I provide.
Yeah.
And
nothing against Dr. Disrespect. I have a T-shirt. So I don't hate him.
No, you're a big fan. You're a big fan. Absolutely.
I think he's great sometimes. Yeah, but I agree. Sometimes he does. It's like I got to move on. It's all the rage.
I got that famous Buddarocks T-shirt.
That's right. The one that is going to be actually next week, starting on Monday. That T-shirt is going to be hitting limited supply.
Which one? Because we have two in this household.
The Manfredi license plate.
Oh, but it's even got circa 2018 on it. I love it.
Yeah, that one's going to be gone soon because I got a whole new slew of stuff that's going to be in there. So
collector's item.
Yep, it's going to be a collector's item. So get your exclamation point merch in the chat. Get your Manfredi San Andreas license plate T-shirt before they're gone. Sponsor the channel. Sponsor the channel. Sponsor the channel. Good Lord. All right, so stay in your lane, folks. If you're going to stream, if you're going to have any kind of pull anywhere, and not necessarily here, Facebook, Twitter, just be responsible with what you say on the internet. And at least have the conscientious to think, yes, there's always going to be some dumbass that doesn't get it, even if you explain it to them in crayon. But there's, for the most part, if you're conscientious about what you say, how you say it, you can get away with saying anything on the internet. That's true, but you got to at least have some personal responsibility. If you're going to say that in real life, and again, that's a whole nother story for another time, discussion, but at least how would you say it? If you're going to say some stupid shit like that in real life, how would you say it? So you don't get your ass beat. Like, that's the same mentality that I use. If I'm going to be stupid on Twitter or stupid on a stream, how would I say it to Tom or to Prone so I don't get a tire iron upside my head or a hammer chucked at me from across the house?
There's anything I've learned in life, it's think about things before you say them. I actually had that conversation today.
That's what you can't just blurt anything out anymore.
No, you can't.
Yeah, but people that would like to think that.
Trouble real quick, say the wrong thing to the wrong person, and could have authorities knocking at your door.
2019, everything is cool to say if you put a hashtag in front of it. Right? Isn't that the way it works?
Just about.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah, just put a hashtag in front of it and you're good. All right, any final thoughts there, Tom?
No, I think we went on enough of a tangent.
All right, so Mr. Prone, what would you like the folks to know about you and your channel? Just final thoughts and.
I guess for just chillness, you know. I mean, I don't know. I guess just chillness and just enjoying some games, you know. Just come hang out, and I guess it's just the same as it's always been, you know. It's just me, so I'm just on Twitch.
Yeah, that's one thing is I mean, times change, things change, games change, but there are a few people in this world that can roll with the punches and we all stay the same. There's that whole aspect that nobody really changes. But in your case, that's true. Like the guy that you were the first time I talked to you, the first time we played a game together, it's the same dude you are now 3.5 years later? Has it fucking been that long, dude?
Yeah.
Good Lord, time flies. I was just saying the other day, Belle, remember I was just saying, like, we're already into May.
Yeah.
We're starting the 5th month of 2019. That's crazy. What's it going to be like in 10 years? It's going to be like, hey, Happy New Year. 2 days later, it's time to shop for Christmas. Speaking of that, folks, Buddarocks merchandise makes great Christmas gifts. I know we're in May.
The t-shirts are hella comfy.
Yeah, speaking of that, how is it held up? Now, you were the first guys to buy shirts, and that was in when? That was end of last year?
Yep, something like that.
Like November or something. So months now, at least half a year has gone by.
No, longer than that.
Longer than that? 8 months?
Because we've had it since September.
Okay.
At least, if not before.
Yeah, no, it was probably closer to like July. Like we're probably nearing a year.
So how have they held up? And Tom, I know you've worn yours to.
He wears it just about weekly.
Yeah, pretty much. And
do you do anything to turn it inside out before you wash it, or just throw it in and let the Whirlpool man do his thing, eh? Or the Maytag man?
Yep. And then dry it on high, I think, most of the time.
No, nothing we own gets dried on high.
Warm, lukewarm, very
there
warm.
You go.
I don't know.
Dry it on Bell's temperature.
Walking through it.
That's right.
If I had to do it alone, I could do it.
In my house, it's dry it to the duct tape mark. That's where duct tape is where I need to dry. That's the level.
And a damn thing wrong with that.
I'm kidding. We used a black
we
Biro.
have from that same distributor. We have one from you, one from Dark, and one from Onyx. And honestly, they've all held that. The quality of those T-shirts has held up really, really well, and they're those like softer T-shirts. Like they're a softer knit kind of. The T-shirt is. It's not like a typical like T-shirt in my opinion. It's very comfortable.
So you feel confident that taking care of just regular care, it's going to hold up quite a while.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
That's awesome.
And now even with the switch to Teespring, which is what we now have, like the merch on our channel, like so far so good. I'm like, they're wearing well. I don't think Z-Mom's had any complaint. And Bella's got a shirt as well. So it might be something to look into because the quality is right there too, and they offer a little bit more of a discount.
That's my only complaint with Streamlabs and their store is the lack of items, but the way everybody talks about the quality of their mugs. I've had some people buy the pillow, the bag, and like they're talking about how everybody says the same thing. It's insanely good quality, which is why I'm hesitant. I was hesitant, but I'll check that out. So speaking of merch, Prone, do you have any merch people can buy?
No.
You haven't slapped your army dude on his shirt and give me $20, bitch?
Nah.
No.
I would be first in line to buy one.
Maybe
I want the hashtag kept Prone or die.
I think you need a hat where he's got like a little. You guys remember like the little wooden airplanes that the propeller was powered like by the rubber band, right? Like we need a Prone guy hat
or some parachuting dudes you throw off your.
Yeah, dude. See, there you go. There are. I swear to God, half the chat just got lost. It was the fidget spinner of like the 70s and 80s, folks. And I swear to God, I don't know how many times I got so mad. Like, how many of those dudes, those toys of all the different brands and kinds, are missing their parachutes? They're just dudes with hoops on their shoulders.
And half the times the parachute folds up on you when it gets...
And you would just toss it up in the air and it would just come crashing down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
no
it.
haste, just boom.
Yeah. Just ridiculous, It's, of course, when you're dealing with plastic and like one strand of twine holding it all together, Oh, good Lord. Somebody should make a show where they take old toys and then they do stop motion animation and make fun of pop culture. That would be fun. Oh, is there a show like that?
I don't think so.
There might be.
Yeah.
Maybe. I heard something in the rumor mill.
Yeah. Is there one on a real network?
There's everything on YouTube.
Everything on YouTube, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. All right. Well, this has been fun, man. Pro, and I do appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's again twitch.tv/Proney, Proney. And if you like Escape from Tarkov, and Chill Streams, he's the dude. He's the dude to see.
Of course, there'll be other stuff. I'll get bored eventually, so.
Yeah.
I don't really have. Of course, I like shooter games, but there's not much I won't play, so.
Yeah, what about Dark Souls? Is that ever coming back?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Now, that's one game that you probably would see me rage.
I have, dude.
That game's... That's tough. That's a tough game.
What was that game that you played the last time you were on Twitch? It was like... I remember you were in a hallway and you had to hack a computer.
Oh, yeah. I can't even think of it. Welcome to the Game.
I really enjoyed watching you play that.
That game is
That game looks interesting to me.
The game is sketch, man.
I remember hearing your voice and feeling relaxed, but watching the game and feeling super creeped out.
That game creeps me out.
I really enjoyed watching you play that one. That one was super interesting to me.
Yeah, I want to play, I need to play Tropico. I've been wanting to play that. I bought it, but I barely even played it. So I'm looking forward to playing that, because I like the city building kind of stuff, so.
Yeah, what was the other one you used to play? The other building one? Coaster or something?
Oh, Planet Coaster?
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to play that too. And one thing I do want to play is My Summer Car. I love that game. I don't know why, but it's a fantastic game.
I can't stand that game, but I would watch you play it.
I love that game so much.
I would watch you play it.
When
somebody said it got a lot
Planet
better
Coaster,
recently, though.
Please tag me everywhere.
I plan on doing.
We need to have him make a Budda Show theme park, don't we?
That would be cool.
It was one thing about Planet Coaster, though. It did have a bit of a learning curve, and it was a little. I don't know about now. It was pretty early access then. I'm pretty sure it's full release now, but it may be a lot different than it used to be. So it's definitely something I'd probably check out, because I do enjoy those kind of games.
So we'll be seeing that and a lot more over there. Go over there and visit Proney. We do appreciate you being here, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me.
Tom
Absolutely.
and Bell, as always. I look forward to Friday night. This week we didn't get to talk much, and it's always I never have to worry. I'm well, even if I don't get to talk to him, I get to see him Friday. So
there you go. And I've been trying to catch the shows every time I remember to go on YouTube. So I try. I promise to try.
Well, I'm sure we'll see a lot more when we do make the move to Twitch, which is coming in
you'll definitely see
few
a
short
lot more
weeks.
over there,
So
for sure.
Yep, absolutely. All right, why doesn't everybody here say goodbye to all the fine folks watching at home?
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
See you. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Absolutely, dude.
Always. Our pleasure.
That's right. We will see you guys next week. We have Darkmeyer on. If you guys, during the outro, if you want to throw his link in there to get people over there, and if they don't know who he is, and we'll be right back here Friday night next week doing the same old thing, but with the Thunder from Down Under, I guess as he's called.
Yay!
All right, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey, honeys, you listening to the Budda Show right here on Q92 WCTR, honey. That's the only place for talk radio worth hearing, baby.